Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play the Pretender by the Foo Fighters. So it's got a lot of cool parts in here, including that intro, which is probably the coolest. It's got a few guitar layers and stuff, so let's get to it. We got a lot of work to do. We're in standard tuning. We're going to start here in this intro. I just have my volume rolled off a little bit because of, if I turn it up, I'm going to get that full sound, so I just have it rolled off a bit. So we're going to have this open A string, 10th fret on the D, 9th on the G, 10th on the B, and 7 on the high E string. All right, so you're going to pick across those strings. So you basically started from the open A, pick all the way across to the high E, come back down, all the way to the open A. Alright, now we're going to lift up the first finger and we're going to play 7th fret on the 6th string, and then you're going to, with an upstroke, you're going to strum across the 3 fingers that you're holding with the 10, 9, and 10. So we have this. Then move the first finger up to the 8th fret and do that again. Then the open A. Then the 9th fret. So we have this. All right, so all together. All right, so from that 9th fret, you're holding now this chord, because you still got the same 3 fingers down. You pick that 9, the A string, D string, G string, and B. Then a quick little kind of a half step bend and release at the 9th fret on that A string, and then move it down 1 fret, and you basically pick all the way from the 5th string across to the high E and back down to the D string. So we have this all together. Then you just start over, and this the second time you're just gonna go. Actually, I think it's the 3rd time after he's started singing to it as well. He'll just from that 8th fret when he's picking across, so just hit these last 2 strings together, and then the band starts coming in. All right, so now we can kind of crank it up. We're gonna start here with this little riff that intros the verse, and it plays over the verse for most of the song. It sounds like this. Alright, so we got the 5th fret on the B string and the high E string open. Down up on that. Then a 7th fret on the B string. Then the 8th fret on the B. So same string, same picking. Then you're just going to bar across the 5th fret on the 1st and 2nd string. And then you're going to hit the with the upstroke, with a downstroke, and then the upstroke, you're going to be back to that 5th fret on the B, open high E. So we have this. All together. On the second time through, you're just going to hold the bar with that 5th fret, just the length of just kind of twice as long. So we have this all together. All right, underneath that, the band starts coming in, just. All right, so that's an A minor chord, down, up, then down, up, down, up. Then you're going to play a D chord with the F sharp and the bass. So you're going to have your little finger at the 3rd fret on the B, 3rd finger at the 2nd fret on the G, and then the low E string 2nd fret with your 2nd finger. Then we're going to have an F power chord with the G string open underneath it. So we have this. And then back to the A minor. All right, so the 3rd time of going through those chords, you're gonna, from the F, you're gonna come and grab a G power chord. Just grab the 3rd fret on the low E string, and have those just the B, D, G, and B strings ring with it. And then you're gonna go back to the same 3 chords, but you're gonna start, you know, palm. You know, so just same down, down, up, down, up. But in between those hits, palm meeting the bass string at each time. So this place is the open A. To the D chord. To the F. All right, so from there we had that, you know, kind of G power chord, and we go into these octaves, which is really just the pre-chorus. All right, so that's just the octave with the 5th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D, and you have the D string open in between them. Then glide that up 2 frets, still got the open D, then 9, 10. All right, then we go to the actual chorus of the song, which has 2 guitar parts. The main one would be similar to what we're doing in the intro. You have that chord, those 3 notes at 10, 9, 10 when you're playing. You're just strumming 5 strings. Then the 1st finger, you add it to, then at the 9th fret. So it's, and then down to the 8th. So it's basically just the same moves we did in the left hand earlier, but this time you just strum straight across them. All right, so we have that, which is underneath that is just playing an A minor chord. So A minor, then the octaves, the B power chord, B octave off the 2nd fret of the A string, 4th fret on the G, then move up 1 fret, back to the A minor. And then just simply take your 2nd finger and move it down to the F sharp here, that's at the 2nd fret on the low E string. And those other strings can remain open. Then the F major bar chord. So that's the part that's going on underneath that other chorus part. All right, so then we have a quick little riff that happens, just kind of exits the chorus, brings us back to the verse, and it's just, so we're gonna see that a little bit later too in the bridge. So it's just open A string the entire time here. You get 2nd fret with your here on the D string, then the 4th fret on the D, 5th fret on the D, 7th fret, and then back to the 2nd. Then back up, and the last time you just kind of hit that 7 and slide down from it. So it sounds like this. Okay, so that takes us back to the same verse, you know, because the verse is the same, pre-chorus is the same, chorus is the same. All right, so out of that chorus, there's a little octave lead in, then the kind of pre-chorus lead in, and then it takes us to the bridge. All right, so the bridge is just like that riff we just learned, but it just kind of extends it out. So let me play that for you real quick. Alrighty, so moves around. So it's that riff we looked at earlier, done a few times. 4 times to be exact. Then up to this next part of it, which is still, we always have the A ring in here, open A, and it's kind of palm muted. So it's 10, 9, 7, 5, repeated 4 times. All right, then 12, 10, 9, 10, done 3 times. And that last time you don't go back to that last 10. So we have this. And then, because right there you have to jump up to the 12th fret on the D, 12, 14, and then 12, 14 on the G. So you can do the A with those notes that are on the D string, but then just use the notes on the G by themselves and then go back. Alright, so underneath that part, he just does a bunch of A minor stuff under it. Alright, then we get back to the intro riff just one time. Alright, then it takes us right back to that chorus. Alrighty, so over that chorus there is an octave overdub, which is this. That little note I got in there. So we had the 7th fret octave here off the A string, 7th fret on the D, the G string, 9th fret on the G string. Then 9, 10, 7, 9, then resolve it to 10. So it's a 7, 9, 10 twice, but the phrasing is a little bit different each time. Okay, all right, from there we just kind of, they go into a little outro of the song, which is pretty much the bridge. That first riff, the bridge, just played twice. Then up to the 10, 9, 7, 5 version of it twice. Okay, and then we just go to the A minor here. Oh, sorry, there's a little octave that was leading into that bridge part. It was a little, that same octave that kind of leads into a lot of the changing of the parts. Then we get that. And then we have basically the A minor chord to end it, the same riff we did earlier, just on that A minor. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, so that's about it for the guitar parts. It's a really cool song. It's got some interesting chord forms in it, some interesting techniques, and it's all over the fretboard. So, hope you get a lot out of learning it. I enjoy teaching it. I'll see you again soon for guitarlessons365.com. Bye-bye.